Hey, take 3. I keep messing this up. All right, so it's been a week since the post-op visit that I had after the sinus surgery that I went into great gross detail about in the other video. You can find it somewhere down there. It's the one that says sinus surgery. So anyway, the post-op was really interesting. So he sprayed some numbing spray up my nose and also something to kind of open up my sinus passages, and then just suctioned stuff out. It wasn't really that uncomfortable. It was kind of a weird sensation, but really it was also awesome because I'd been really congested and been having trouble breathing, through my nose and stuff most of the time. Because that whole first week after surgery, they don't let you blow your nose. And he explained why. I mean, I knew part of the reason why is because there's a really delicate bone here and here that it's like papery thin, and if you put too much pressure right after that surgery, sometimes they can break it without knowing it, and it'll heal, but if they aren't aware that it's broken and you blow your nose, you can actually blow air like behind your eyeball and literally like make your eyeball bulge. So I was very good about not blowing my nose. I did not want that to happen. So he did all the suctioning, and he told me one of the reasons too is they put some kind of a gelatin up there to keep things from bleeding and to keep things kind of open so that you don't get scars and stuff forming while things are healing. So once he got rid of all that, he said, now I'm allowed to blow my nose, and then made me do it right then and there. Normally I will not blow my nose in front of people, but that day I was like so happy to, and it was really, oh my God, it felt amazing. It was really disgusting. There was blood and blood clots, and I was just happily like blowing my nose, feeling like everything clear out, and I just felt like incredible. I swear I was on some kind of like clear sinus high all day long after that. So, and my friend Betsy, who's one of my dog sitting parents, she took me to lunch after that because she was kind enough to go with me on the follow-up because I was still a little bit shaky that day, and she still had my car from picking me up from surgery. So we went to lunch, and we met up with another friend of mine who does dog sitting around here, so that I could introduce them so that she could take over dog sitting Betsy's dog, because I'm going to be out of here in a few days. No more dog sitting. That wound up never coming back, actually, except for Diva, the one dog that was here. That's the only dog I had post-COVID. And yeah, I don't know how much longer it would have. I'm still sitting here, like nobody's called me for dog sitting. Most of my clients now know that I'm leaving, but not all of them. So I don't think that's coming back anytime soon. So even if I changed my mind and wanted to stay here, I would have to find a local job or something like that instead of doing dog sitting. So since I need to be going back to work, and the whole disability thing is just not something that's going to happen, even though it's something I really kind of need, I'm a little reluctant or just anxious, I guess, about starting at CVS, going back to the work world and full-time and a physical job where I'm going to be on my feet and moving around and bending and lifting things and having to adhere to a schedule that's not mine is going to be challenging. But it's just something that I'm going to have to do. I had said when I was looking at Lauren when she was here that I would do anything to get back to be near her at this point, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it work, and I know that it's just temporary. I mean, something cool is going to fall into place. I think once I get there and I'm with her again, I'm in California and I'm in my element, that's when things will start to really start rolling as far as manifestation goes, because I think my energy has just been really stagnant here for a long time. I've just been kind of sitting and waiting and, not really being where I wanted to be anymore. It's beautiful here, and I'm going to miss like a lot of it. I walked around last night on the golf course again and took one of my last sunset walks and found a bunch more feathers, and that was really fun. And yeah, I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss the warm evenings, the warm nights, and when I got back from my walk, there was an alligator, a pretty good sized one actually, swimming in our pond. And yeah, that's not going to happen when I get home from work or anything in California. But, you know I'm going to wake up to hear, coyotes in the middle of the night and stuff, which is something that I love in California. There's so much stuff that I love in California that, yeah. I'm just trading one really beautiful place for another. And this is somewhere that I can come back and visit anytime. So, yeah, there's really nothing to be sad about at all. And everything to be happy and hopeful and excited about. Right now I'm really hopeful that the guy that's supposed to be picking up my stuff that I'm shipping will get here. Because it turned out I had way too much stuff to fit in my car. And so I used U-Ship and had someone bid on the things that I was, they gave me a price for what they would, Anyway, they're supposed to be picking my stuff up. That was supposed to happen this morning. Then the guy realized that he is in Miami and I'm on like the whole other coast of Florida, 4.5 hours away from him. But still, he should have been here hours ago and hasn't. Now he says he's going to be here in a couple of hours because he's in Naples. So we'll see how that goes. As long as he comes and gets it out of here, gets it to California before I get there, that's fine. Because it won't fit in my car, and it's stuff that I need. And yeah, it's all going to work out. So anyway, I have one more post-op visit in a couple of days, and we're going to do the same thing, suction. And I told my doctor that I'm moving and that I'm not going to be able to go to any more post-ops because he said it usually takes like sometimes 4 or 5 visits. I'm really hyper right now. I can't talk. But he said the reason for that actually is because most people are kind of squeamish about cleaning their sinuses out, so I'm really good about irrigating my sinuses. And he told me if I do that like 3 times a day and I'm, regular about it, do it every day, that I should be fine, that everything should stay clear, and that, yeah, there shouldn't be any real need for more follow-ups or anything, because I don't know what kind of medical care I'm going to have when I'm in California. If I'm full-time with CVS, they've got benefits. We'll see what those are. But yeah, the more things that I can just kind of not need to have, medical care for, the better. It's going to be hard enough trying to make sure that I get just my my psych meds, and I'm weaning myself slowly off of Lyrica, which is really painful, literally, because I don't know how easily I'll be prescribed that in California for fibromyalgia. So I'm trying to get used to getting used to, again, the constant pain of fibro, which was there even with Lyrica. It's definitely, I can feel it a lot more now that I'm not on the Lyrica. Maybe I'll get to have it again. If not, maybe I'll figure out some other supplements or something that will help to some extent. Yeah, but anyway, I don't know if I'll film again before I leave. I was planning on maybe filming, the actual act of leaving, but this is probably my last, sit down and talk about stuff video from here, definitely from this bedroom, at least as far, I think, unless I decide to make a last minute video. But probably not, because things will be pretty hectic that last day. Dave is flying in at like 10:30 at night, and I have to pretty much go pick him up from the airport, come back here, go to sleep. Somehow we both have to fall asleep, even though he's going to be all jet lagged and I'm going to be all anxious about leaving and partially sad, because I feel kind of like I'm abandoning my mom. And as much as I can't live with her, I also just kind of worry about her alone. But that's something she's going to have to figure out, because I can't be her caregiver. We've already talked about this. Anyway, so it's all going to be good. See you on the other side.